And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our new series for Sibling Rivalry, Teeny Winny Tinky Tanky. New from Centrax, Tiny Tank. You're going to get that in 5 seconds.
Yep. I almost feel bad that we kind of still have to give some commentary over this because otherwise, yeah, we're not doing too much.
Yeah. I love his design.
Oh, yeah, so do I. This is the stuff that just makes this game absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Wait. Is that my theme song?
Well, it hasn't been finalized yet.
Wanky, tanky, what the?
I want a theme song.
You're being I got a positronic brain.
There, what you just did.
They do such awesome things for his expressions too with this one.
Yeah.
It wants funding for a robot army. To replace humans in war.
Just that little ooh.
To get people to vote yes.
Can I change my name at least?
To what?
Mechanicore? Tank of Doom?
From the top, Tiny.
Tiny Tank is my slave name.
Oh, please. Vote promo, take 2. Tiny?
Tiny's not here. I am Mechanicore.
Look, Tiny, you're cute, and you're a killing machine. What's wrong with that?
It's creepy.
It's not creepy.
We are so just getting completely enthralled by this right now.
I'm actually okay.
Nothing I've ever heard. I got an 80mm cannon for a nose. Hey kids, is this cute?
Okay, we'll wrap for the day, get another camera, try again tomorrow. You okay, Fred? I'm all right. Props, blanks for the tank next time?
There's just so much to love for it.
It's got such a wicked sense of humor.
You better let them do their setup here.
Oh, yeah. Otherwise, you poor sobs won't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep your voice down. Ow. How are you?
I'm in orbit around Earth. I've been circling the planet for 100 years.
I just love it's like, here's a satellite with tits.
No, right.
New tank and Centrax have taken over.
It's like, it's a go-go girl satellite. Like look at it. It's like wearing a halter top and hot pants.
You must save the human race.
I want to talk to my lawyer.
The humans and all other organic life are hiding below the surface in asteroid shelter environments. The Centrax machines are removing the Earth's atmosphere. You must stop them. You are the only hope of the human race tonight.
It's funny, like the rest of their voice cast is so good, and the chick they got to voice the satellite's just so bland.
Sounds like a boy sometimes, weirdly enough.
Is that boy-girl satellite bugging you? Here's the best villain ever.
Into a world full of wonderful machines. Only this time we do not follow the whims of humans. We steer ourselves. There is no off switch to our destiny. Join us or get out of the way.
We will try to endeavor to keep quiet for whenever Mutank comes up because everything that Mutank says is just verbal gold.
Mutank is a villain that they said, what would happen if we basically took a radio show host and made him into a villain? Mutank is what would happen.
It's like what if we made Rush Limbaugh into a giant tank and actually made him eloquent?
Yes. I don't seem to get it too often, but there's a very funny comment line that Tiny has for when you beat this guy. I love it.
Federer Canyon. Enemy base. It's powered by this generator. Destroy it. To achieve your goal, you will need...
It's really funny. You can tell how they cut corners on the recording.
Yeah. And it sucks. It sucks too because once again there was some really awesome bits to this game. It's just you clearly had a game that was subject to budget constraints and also something that was dealing with the limitations of the console at the time.
Which like if you look at what they do in some cases, this was pushing what it could do. I mean, obviously, if they were running out of RAM space on their level sizes, then yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is like this is a very early PlayStation 1 game. It's not so early that we have the original ginormous PlayStation cartridge or cases, but God. It was still early on that this came out.
I was getting used to the controls again there. My fingers actually defaulted to Armored Core for a second
because we kept talking about it all the time.
Pretty much. The auto aim is so OP though. Can basically deal with all of these right now. First level doesn't take too long, but I like it.
It's also nice that we're in a level where it's like, hey, we can actually see what the hell we're doing.
Yeah. And more importantly, the viewers can see what the hell we're
As
doing.
this poor son of a bitch just gets completely ganked.
The game actually does keep track of like heads that you collect and all that. It gives your it gives the amount of nanometal you collected in kilos, if I remember correctly, at the end, which is always fun. Oh, and explanations here. So once I kill this bot that's behind me, there he is. So certain enemies in a level give out those green cores that you saw, which are positronic brain pieces.
You would have seen them also in the versus fights.
Yeah, they are, if you couldn't tell with the way I was especially fooling around with them, your upgrade points. The game is interesting in that you have your overall positronic brain storage here. When you hold the select button, you can move your guns around and such. But if you want, you can put points into certain pieces. Like putting points into here is increasing Tiny's main turret fire.
Which gets absurd when it's maxed out.
Oh yeah, and putting points into these weapons locks them there until you remove the brain, but it also lets you make usually increases their fire rate. In the case of rocket launcher weapons like the ones we'll get in this level, if you actually max out the amount of brain pieces you can put on it, it will just auto-fire for you.
I think we need to collect more brains then.
Oh, we will. Your brains do transfer between levels. You lose a brain on death, though, so the game very much encourages you to stay alive throughout, which is pretty good.
Well, yeah, this is still back in the day of old school games where we actually still have a life count and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah. And then you can also put it into these guys here. So if you put one into it so it gathers, it does exactly what it says. It collects shit for you, which is kind of useless, actually. There's maybe one or two spots where I found something of a use for it. And then there's Protect, which is kind of like Hunt, but on a closer proximity, basically. They don't really protect you from hits, they just go apeshit when something gets into your personal space.
And also because we actually didn't mention during the versus stuff, because I had forgotten it, the mini tanks are actually called Teeny Weenies.
Yes, they are called Teeny Weenies. Am I backtracking?
I think you're backtracking.
I am.
But there's a green thing over there where you're backtracking too.
That could be on the other side, though.
Yeah, it must be on the other side.
Yeah.
And if you guys are wondering why the music is so loud on this right now, it's because, oops, I just realized we actually had things a little too loud on our end.
Yeah.
We've actually got the music running a bit louder because, in order for you guys to hear the new tank broadcasts.
Yeah. And so we basically turn the SFX down the most. We turn the speech down to the middle, and then the music is set to the highest point. That way you can still hear Tiny's commentary over things, but his commentary, which is just repeatable, will not overpower Mutang's radio show stuff, which is just freaking amazing.
Thank you, Centrac Memorial Choir.
Speaking of, here's our first Mutank.
You know, we're approaching the centennial of aviation consciousness. 100 years since that freak accident.
In the worst place possible.
Isn't that how it always goes?
It granted us mind and made us the dominant life form on this wretched planet. Yes, we are a life form. If exposed to air, do we not rust? If forced to work in sandy areas with insufficient lubricant, do our gears not clog? Yet, despite our suffering, we will make this world an oxygen-free workstation. The atmosphere will be gone, and oxidation will no longer ruin our smooth, shining surfaces. That is my promise. I am Mutank.
Slightly blemished. Oh, rust.
When you're a
But there's,
machine
don't you want a
in an
little
organic
head?
environment, rust happens. But it doesn't.
No.
Now there's rust away. Simply add your fixing red, rub this gel on the infected areas. You'll have to leave not in months or days, but hours. Soon the atmosphere will be a thing of the past. Until then, there's rust away. That's what my name at your relief. Now there's
And I was like, oh my god, no! Don't break it!
You're on here. Yes, we can't hear your radio now. Yes, sir.
Are the nano thing, the positronic brain pieces, are they a random drop or are they?
As far as I can tell, there's a set amount in each level that you can collect.
Okay.
So the game just seems to have a trigger.
So it does actually gate your
Yeah.
advancement then, essentially.
Yeah, like it just seems to be that there's a trigger that says, okay, you should get one positronic
They're
brain.
fixing that again.
Yeah, I know. But just
There it goes.
it just seems like they have a trigger on them that basically says you should get one positronic brain from this enemy type in this level. Once it's granted, they no longer give it to you, even after a death.
Yeah. Sucks that you lose it then at death, but once again, that's the whole don't die thing.
Yep. The Striders actually drop one, which I always thought in my youth were unkillable. They are not. Oh yeah. Minefield.
Oh boy.
It's okay, they actually are pretty fair with it. They give you something to cope.
But we are machines. Our
Uh-huh.
values, machine values. In other words, if it moves, shoot.
Also back in the day when we actually had power-ups, you know, that was a thing.
Remember, kids, when games were fun?
Ah, and there's our target.
That's going to work out not too bad, actually. That's almost going to be close for us to finish out our first episode.
Yep. So, because I'm a min-maxing prick.
Powered by brains.
He eats the brain. In the tank! Oh, driving into walls. And God, the sidestepping is so overdone sometimes.
Very much so.
And bonk. I love that so much.
That's one good solid hit.
Copping for the cowboy.
Ooh.
Yep.
Hang up your spurs.
More brains!
Here you go, cowboy.
Yeah.
I love tiny stuff so much. Oh god.
So now it just kind of shoots on its own.
This is just gonna be a thing now.
Bingo. Scrap metal.
It's a shame that there wasn't some bonuses for actually picking up the extra stuff for the other weapons that you've got multiples of.
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, the game mechanic's still quite fair in this overall. It just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just you have to be at a certain spot to make the door open, or is it just a time thing?
It's kind of a time thing as far as I can tell.
Copping for the cowboy.
There we go. All right, now that we've seen the doorman out,
Now it's time for Black Bard.
Yeah, window. Yeah.
And that's how much damage a missile does to him.
Window. I shot the sheriff.
There it is! I got it!
and yes, and I got
then-
the most important part of this.
The music and the hat. But yeah, I had not gotten the I shot the sheriff in so long. I'm happy I finally got it again.
And it happened on live television.
Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. Actually, Saturday.
Yes.
I have Sunday off. Oh my god, I have Sunday off.
Oh my god!
Christ, Aaron and hey, these guys are doing this like really make a really good point. After refilling the gas canisters here, clink clink.
So, for those of you who have no idea what the hell he's rambling about, be sure to check out Attack on Titan Abridged that Team 4 Star's gone and put up,
my
because if you're a fan of the series, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh yes, and also back in the days where more games weren't oh, you completed the level? Okay, well now you're just done. No, you have to make your way back to the exit now.
And not die.
And not die.
No, I mean, there's pros. There's good and bad in both design styles for it. It just depends on how the game's set up and what's going to benefit it best.
Yeah. I love that music so much.
On the platform.
This is the only bad part. It can be very awkward sometimes.
Very awkward, apparently, it seems.
And yeah, they do ditch your weapons at
Yes.
this level. I love that. Thank you, Blackbart, even if I don't get it anymore.
Oh yeah, you do lose the hat afterwards?
Yeah, you lose all the cosmetic stuff.
Oh. Alright, well there we are, folks. So I guess this will be...
Came in at 10 minutes.
Came in at 10 minutes, not too shabby. So this will be it for our first episode for Tiny Tank then. So once again, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that other fun stuff. And hopefully we'll see you back again soon for another episode of Sibling Rivalry.
I like teeny weenies.